Nuevo Progreso, Mexico, which is 7 miles south of where we live in Texas. A little town, but everything you need in here for sure. So when you think of Progreso, you think of tourists coming in here to see all kinds of curios and all kinds of weird things that people have here to see. So it's just kind of a fun place to go. Told me that he had dental work at the estimate from the local dentist for $850.
Yeah.
And he came over here and got it for $300.
Yeah, but don't you get rebates for it? I mean,
well, you said pay for it.
Evan's like the Newmark. Yeah. Oh, look at that baby. They have such girls.
Yeah.
So dark. Oh, that could be.
What is that? Oh. Okay. Here you go, Greg. Yeah, that's Greg. What he thinks he wants. There's one for you, Greg, right there.
No, you want. Yes.
Hi. No thanks. Hi.
Yeah, that was awesome. This is where we got you got the purse. The purse over in Newmark. I got the blanket around here somewhere. What you string the belt through.
Yeah. Oh. The belt loops on his clothes.
Yeah, the loops on apparently Mexico. Let's see, where was
Yeah, here we are. Or something colorful. What are we? Yeah, these are colorful. Oh, baby. The Barbie doll clothes. Yeah.
Barbie doll. Yeah.
Here, Greg, here's another dog for you.
Dad, we're in the store here. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't hear. Too much noise out there. Well, what are you purchasing?
Yeah, here, this is a good place for a picture.
Yeah, it is. It's very bright. Well,
Big reception.
newspaper article.
Yeah.
Okay. Cookware stuff that you really don't cook in it, or you
Really?
don't, because it's, it's not protected.
Safe.
Yeah.
Oh, those are something else.
Yeah. You have a little trouble seeing what you were flushing here.
Really colorful.
Ooh, a little much for me.
For your decorating scheme.
Yeah. Hey, that goes good in mine.
Jim, sit down. Let's see how you look on it.
Okay, we gotta get a picture of somebody sitting on that one. Wood weaving is making
Grandpa?
Huh?
What do you think of living down here?
Well, where we live, it's great. I wouldn't like living here in Progressive.
Yes, that's probably,
Way about Progressive.
yes. How about you, Grandma? Same,
I
same.
really enjoy it. I'm not sure I would in summer because it sounds so very hot.
Mm-hmm.
It gets, it gets as hot in Omaha sometimes, but here it gets to 98, 99, and it just stays that way every day.
All night too, or does it cool down at night?
It cools down at night, and some of the people who live here tell us that it's very pleasant because the humidity is very low.
Do you have air conditioning in your house?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and do you need to use it sometimes during the day?
Oh, sure.
Oh, here comes our friendly waiter with the white wine. Oh, there's the white wine. And some other beverages down here, Jen.
I like it. I like getting cheap sandals. I go in. There's a couple stores there that you can rent a place. So we were like,
That was over at the marina.
no, it was right when you first pull in to get into Newport. So it's like right off that highway or street. And so we thought, what the heck, we'll just move in our third-car garage. But we had underestimated how big it is. One of them is a two-seater and one's a three-seater. And they're on a double trailer. And, you know, we looked at them in the garage there and we're like, we eyeball these, bring them home, and they're honestly, there's about this much space on both sides of the door into the garage to get them in. So what we supposed to do was keep that. But they're in the garage.
Here's the pool. The great pool. Here's the main pool where Greg and Zach froze. Here's the warm pool where we sat. And there's a whirlpool behind me that we haven't used. Over down here, this where there's nobody here right now, Grandma refers to that as the liar's bench, where the old men sit and swap tales of where they embellish their conquest in life. But there isn't anybody on the liar's bench right now. Here's Jen and Grandpa having a chit-chat. And Grandma, where is she? She's over, oh, there she is. Nope. I lost her for a minute here. Oh, here she is. Chit-chatting with some of the other ladies. Exercise class going on. Some lady in there is leading the exercises. And there's Grandma participating.
What happens most of the time this year? Cloudy in the morning, and then about mid-morning it clears up.
Here is, I don't know why it's not wanting to focus here. Here's Grandpa in the hot tub. And here's Miss Jen in the hot tub, and I'm going to be joining them momentarily here.
Garrett. Donna, he doesn't like it at all. I guess that's it, because I think it looks nice, and the chair is a dark blue.
Here we are at South Padre, the Gulf of Mexico. There's the waves. Beautiful. It's a cloudy day today. Here comes Grandpa to inspect things. Grandma's in the car.
Over by that car, Grandpa.
Grandpa might go surfing. I don't know what he's going to do.
He's going to do a little body.
Yeah, he's going to do some body surfing here. There goes some kind of car for a commercial. Oh, here we go. Okay, you'll be in the movie then. Here goes Jen to be in the... Here, we're walking out now into the Gulf here. Kind of cool and windy, although in the sun it was like 80-some degrees. But can hear, I hope we can hear the waves here. They're just thundering, they're so loud.
And you literally just take it out, and then you ride the waves in, lay out. Just lay out like this. Ride the waves in.
Okay, here we are. We're at Padre. There's Grandpa and Miss Deb. Here's Chili. There's the sand dunes behind us here.
Now we found it over there to see it all.
There's the pelican. Oops. Having a hard time holding still here with the wind. This is where dolphins sometimes appear. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay.
You gonna narrate this?
Oh, I'm letting the subject speak for itself
Picture's worth
there.
1,000
Oh
words.
yeah. Doesn't need any comments with this.
There's Brady.
And here are the proud parents struggling to stay awake after a hard night.
Allison and Brad, there's a gift there for you to open.
You want to open it now?
Sure.
Who's this from?
Grandpa Higgs.
It's a CD. Love and Lullabies, gentle, soothing songs and sounds.
Looks nice.
Barney for baby.
Over in the meadow. You like that one, Brady?
Mm-hmm.
What makes a flower so pretty? You like that one, Brady? This will be nice. We'll try this tonight, probably.
Yes, we will.
I mean, this morning.
This may be lullabies for parents too, huh?
One of the girls at
Is
work.
Grandpa going to see this tape?
I hope so.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Thank you.
One of the girls, oh, I'm sure he will. When we go down to visit him, we'll take it so you can see how Brady was when he was brand new.
I know.
I'm so happy.
Brady, you need to look at this baby.
But
Oh.
Allison,
Yeah.
this girl at the baby shower I went to said she plays those things in her car when she's doing errands, and baby just loves listening to it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Grandpa?
I think he's a pretty neat little boy.
Okay.
I think he is A+, okay, yeah. Whatever. He's great.
A triple A plus.
That's right. He's
He's
a
part
neat,
of the triple A team.
a neat guy.
Oh, we're going to put it on and soothe ourselves CD, Grandpa. A plus.
Do we want to
Mom,
listen?
Mom will see you all later.
Oh,
Gotta go.
good luck.
Okay.
Look at these beautiful flowers that Brad's bought. Look at these beautiful flowers that Brad's bought. Sent.
Oh,
Not Brad's boss,
Well, Brad,
but the
Brad's
owner of the company.
boss.
not just the boss. Oh, those are really nice.
Oh, which one did you put it in?
However, the camera thinks this is better than flowers.
Really drawn to this.
Yes,
Oh, one.
yes, it is.
It's just not, there's no,
Yeah, there's no plate. This is how you do it. See, it's
Oh,
turning.
wait.
Well, any comments on grandmotherhood?
Look,
Documentary.
What we got here?
Oh.
Some feet?
there were two of them in there.
Oh, good. Well, that's the standard number.
You can stay in there for a while.
I don't know.
You hear your lullabies, Brady?
Well, that'll remind him of taking his bath or something.
Oh, that's not Brady making this noise. That's our CD. Oh. Oh, what? What?
Oh, nice to see some fingers there. He was giving me some nice faces over there on the couch a little bit ago.
I wish you'd just wake up. Though.
Yeah.
You hear your lullabies, Brady? Are you yawning? Are you thinking about waking up now? Are you thinking about waking up for Brad? Don't cry. If you cry, your parents will think I don't know how to take care of you. Uh-oh.
Mhm. I mean, he's stirring, isn't he?
I think he's going to want his mother pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
He's
him.
looking like it, isn't he? Looking like a guy who...
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's a telltale sign, yes. That's right.
Oh, you didn't care for that. Sissy? Oh, I was just calling Sis. Uh-oh, Brady's got his finger. You got that on?
Mm-hmm.
You want to suck your finger? A little bit. He's sure waking up. Oh, you stuck your tongue out.
Turn his head a little bit towards you, Mom.
Well, like that?
No, toward you. Toward your left arm.
That is towards me.
Oh, I meant to rotate his body a little bit. Yeah,
You mean this?
yeah, that way, toward your left arm.
I would
Thank
have
you.
thought you would have said turn it towards you then. That I understood.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Oh, I see. Move the head towards me. Okay. See how Brady's waking up? Good luck. He's waking up.
Yep.
I think he's in the room doing something.
Mom gave him the knuckle. He liked it.
Yeah.
Are you guys cold in here?
Huh? Well, I'm still...
Borderline. Are you?
Sort of. I'm feeling borderline. I'm gonna turn the heat on. He is so teeny. You know, you just forget how teeny, they are. To me, he's just huge now. And I know he doesn't weigh any more than when he was born, because he might. They say that they'll be back to their birth weight at a 2-week appointment, because they lose a little bit, and he's only a week old. But, is this your first day back to work?
Yeah, I went half day yesterday.
Oh, you were in the afternoon.
Oh. Here's Aunt Jen seeing Brady.
Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay. Nelson, do you ever burp him over your shoulder? Brad does, and I do sometimes, but I'm going to do that when he's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it seems to me that the sitting up one works the best.
It works better for me. That's when I
Yeah.
hear the big ones.
That's how when I would.
And plus, if he spits up, I can see it. What
Yeah.
cake are you having, honey?
Sometimes when they get older, you just bring them to a sitting position
And they'll just.
and they'll just burp. Yeah, just by bringing them.
Sometimes he'll do that right now.
Oh, don't cry. Oh, don't cry. It's okay.
Here, let's change your diaper, because I know that feels kind of uncomfortable.
There's Dad with him.
You keep pinching him.
I just don't know why this isn't focusing.
Maybe it's not light enough in here.
Never had that problem before. Oh.
You know, we used to wrap ours up.
Pooping. Yeah, good try. Yeah, we'll make it laugh. We'll be okay. Yeah, try to. Yeah, try to see if that'll hold them up. Yeah, we'll try that.
Kathy meets him in San Francisco. I always remember kissing through the chain link fence. It was real special. One of
Yeah.
I would say the defining moments.
So we'll see how long he'll go
But his
now.
return
If he had that much.
smooth sailing. I was
Oh, he took a break. I had to stop him usually. He was so fast. He drank about 2 ounces so fast. I had to stop him. But he sure looks cute in his little baby outfit. He did. I tried to do I have both ways. Oh, he's so wide awake and he's on the video camera. And he's staring right at
Bill
Grandpa.
Dundry adjusts
Grandpa's video
for more than a
camera.
decade. But then his
No.
life begins to fall apart.
That was about a dozen years after
Oh,
he got back.
I tried to kind of
war movies and
both.
books started coming
He
out.
started to fuss, so
And
I
all
figured,
of
well,
a
we
sudden,
might as well
Delayed
try it.
chest syndrome came
Oh,
into our lives,
yeah.
and
Okay, well, I better let you go now.
it was so tough.
I know, but we want to make a real good movie now, so. Okay.
Indicators of skill barriers of the Vietnam vet.
Oh, good, you're at the table. Okay, here, you can say hi to this guy. Okay, say it.
I've tried to analyze, try to figure out, what it does to you.
Okay.
Magnify
You heard to.
your characteristics.
Talk to you later.
Way
Bye.
out of proportion. The guys who had gotten married and then went to the
Well,
Look at that wide awake boy.
all these different conditions.
there he is.
They came back to a wife that
So
was
wide.
Very awake.
after they saw
Let's
what
hold
the
them a
first
little
one
differently so you can see
It
it.
affected,
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
I know
And his
people
outfit,
say that
B-A-B, oh, yeah. Baby.
That's right.
Here's the first bottle Grandma Grandpa fed Brady. Look how much he
Right there.
drank. Just
Oh.
like that.
Hungry man.
And here's Grandma's bottle.
Okay. Oh, Grandma's drinking very well, too.
And there's baby, B-A-B-Y, baby. Oh, now don't you think about that?
Very recently, it wasn't
You being such a wide awake boy.
post-traumatic stress disorder.
He's moving his hands all around. He's starting to make noises with his voice.
He went to
Oh, see him. Isn't he cute?
he ended up
Okay.
needing psychological help.
We'll see you later. Say
Bye. Bye, Brady.
Uh-oh. Bye-bye.
Okay, he's serious.
Well, I think I'm gonna just all marry you. And March is the year we got married. The next morning, I had to leave town and went somewhere to deal with the protests. I got arrested that evening, and I was gone for about a week, 10 days before I came back.
James is arrested dozens of times. It's a way of life Cleo and the other wives must accept. Our wives put a
That I was helping somebody else. So it, as if they kept their adrenaline going.
The hardest part is knowing the danger their husbands face. In fact, both Andrew Young and James Orange are in Memphis with Martin Luther King when he was assassinated in 1968. There were many killings of the other.
It was just a perfect catalyst, all of that excitement and energy, and it goes back to, sort of being an adrenaline rush, and you find people with the same commitment and willing to go down that extreme mile with you. It can form a really, really good bond that will last a very long time.
People who were faced with the prospect of an early death by violence developed a reliance on each other, and I think it heated up the private lives of people.
I always say, if it happens, it happens. God is in control.
He wanted to narrate how
As the Oranges begin having children, James tries
Brady James Kendall, 3.5 weeks old,
Keep them away from any danger. I would not
very awake,
allow them to know the fear.
very alert.
To the fear.
Just has a threat. But he's in danger.
Brady James,
God help.
Right here.
He never tells us anything like that.
But once, after James is arrested, his family visits him in jail.
That was the worst hurt that I had as far as promoting it, to have all five of my kids coming to see.
Brady's not quite learned the art of
The experience has a
looking at
profound
the
impact
camera.
on one of his children.
We're still working on that.
Deidre said to me, Daddy, when I grow up, I'm going to be a police officer so you don't have to go to jail no more. And she's now a full county marshal. So, I mean, here, I am here better to see my daughter walking around in a uniform.
Today,
Up here, Brady.
and now his family often joins him at marches and demonstrations.
Sometimes the police will ask him, how many people are going to do it? He said, I know 7 is going to do it. And he said, and the 5 too.
I'm always getting on James because I think Cleo's just...
I want to pass along my mom's greatest passion was children. So if you'd like to do something to honor her memory, please do it.
I'm Bob Summers, and I was married to Jack's younger sister, Pat. And I knew when Jack came to our wedding, we celebrated his wedding day because, as Allison just referred to April 30th being hers, that was ours too. And so when Jack came and Marilyn came, we toasted to them on the day of our wedding. And I just wanted to mention that, but I do want to also say that wonderful the tributes that Father paid to the Haig family and to Marilyn, I can certainly reiterate how exuberant, how she just exuded joy, and that joy came from her sharing and caring heart. Thank you.
Marilyn and Jack's daughter, and my sister Jen and I, just 3 weeks ago now, I think in God's way, worked it out so that we could go see my parents, never dreaming that this would happen so soon, and we just treasure those times. My mom was very weak, she was feeble, she still participated in everything we did. A few times maybe she sat down a little more than we did, but we had that wonderful, wonderful time with her. And also had the privilege of meeting all their friends in Texas and finding out that my mother, even in all her suffering, was reaching out to people. There's a gentleman down there living alone in his 90s, and even now my mom was making him soup and taking it to him and caring about others. My parents are very loved in Texas. They have many friends down there. It was really wonderful for Jen and I to be able to go and spend that time with them and with my mom and see how loved they are in Texas.
Hi, I'm Tim, the baby of the family. I have a story to tell. I just wanted to say, as you know, I have never met in my life someone so kind, so decent, day in and day out, so caring. It is unbelievable to me that a person can be so good for her whole entire life. I'm really, it's something to shoot for. It takes an experience like this to really think, wait a minute, I need to try and think less about myself and more about my family, of course, but beyond that, just be good to other folks, be decent, be nice, do the right thing. So from this day forward, I'm going to try a little bit harder, and maybe everybody can do that in Mom's memory. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. It's just so wonderful. I want to sort of make a little correction here. Everybody's talking about my mother like she's some sort of a saint, which certainly she was, but she was also, as we all know, one of the goofiest people on the face of the earth. And, you know, I have to say, when Kevin was talking about how much she loved children, she certainly did. And some of my very favorite memories are the times that I went to visit her when she was still a kindergarten teacher. And I would go to meet her at the end of her morning session and go to lunch with her. And when I would walk in the room, the little kids had been prepared for our visit, because my mother would say, you know, my daughter and son are trying to have lunch with us. And so the minute we walked in the room, the kids were like, you know, smiling and laughing, and then right away somebody would throw up and wet their pants. You know, and my mother, I mean, you know, I didn't have kids, so I, of course, was 4 or 5, and she just very calmly called the janitor, said, sawdust, you know, and that was what she did. And I went with her one time to her lunchroom, and it was so loud and so chaotic that when I left, I mean, you know, I didn't want to say anything to her, but, I mean, you practically needed earplugs to be in there. And when I left, I ended up saying to one of my friends later that rather than ever visit a grade school lunchroom again, I would rather live at the end of the runway at LAX. So, you know, I mean, let's remember that about my mom, that she was just this very goofy person who had a great tolerance for all different kinds of behavior, including the wildest and funniest of all, like kids at school who would flip their tube tops down, you know, and that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm going to remember about her, and I hope you all do too.
First, this is almost family.
I Grace Human in Maryland was our principal at Columbia for 14 years, and we cherish her. And those of us who are here will never forget the St. Patrick's Day things that she put on. They were like Alice's world. She cooked corned beef and cabbage and potato salad and macaroons and stuff. And I wish I could remember exactly that little saying she had on her door, because it was about to give our children roots and wings. And it was just wonderful to have her. She was always very supportive, especially if you wanted to do new, unusual, different things. I can identify with Lynn because she likes to do new, unusual, different things. Thank you very much. And it is a tribute to her that so many of us are here today.
There's no chance that I can speak much without posting on. All I can say is Marilyn had it. She was it. Everybody loved Marilyn. Me the most.
Catsky. I am one of Marilyn's teachers. Now, I have to say, yes, she loves children, and she has some unruly ones, but I want you to know she has an unruly adult specialist. And she fit right in with it. It was great. I agree with Gracie Schumann. The best thing about Marilyn is that she had an insider with the leprechauns, because the leprechauns were the individuals who brought all the food in, you know. Marilyn said I didn't have a thing to do with it. I believe a legacy that Marilyn has left to the Omaha Public Schools is there are 4 of her teachers, including myself, who are now principals in the Omaha Public Schools. She trained us to love and care and never give up. There is something special about every single child. I also remember the boob tube because that happened to have been in my class. This young lady flashed the custodian, and he was coming overly at the time. I'm sure that it set him back a few years. I think he retired next year. Also, another one of my fond memories is we had a behaviorally disordered child who had just bit my student teacher. So I was dragging him into the office, and right behind Marilyn's office was a little tiny bathroom. And I was sitting on this child, holding both arms down, and he's screaming and kicking, and I said, well, when you have a polite mouth, I will let you up. Marilyn peeks around the corner, and she said, are you sure this is the right thing to be doing? I said, yes, and when he has a polite mouth, I will let him up. So she let us do what we needed to do to enable the young people to be the best they could be. And she probably has one of the greatest families I've ever met, being a part of their home and their family, and it was super. And I thank you all so much for having us. And goodbye, Marilyn. Love you, Jack. Your wedding.
And it's just a tribute to her that she raised such a wonderful daughter, Deb. I work with Deb, and she's a great person to work with and a great human being. And it says a lot about her mother, and I know how much I miss my mother, and she's still living. She's 800 miles away, but moms are just too special, and I just needed to say that in Deb.
In the same neighborhood as the Hayes, and one thing I noticed about a lot of families there, Maryland's family, is if you were a friend of their families, you were welcome in their house. And you could, I remember my brother one time I went up there, and he just goes in the door, and he didn't even knock. I said, John, you can't do that. And then I noticed later, her other son Pat would come down to our house and just come in, and if John wasn't there, he'd just sit and chat with my mom. That was really touching, and I think John did that too. And Pat was a pallbearer at my mom's funeral. It was like he was part of our family, and we were all part of theirs. And if we just said hi to them, they were just that friendly to our family, and I appreciate that. She did a wonderful job raising a wonderful family. And Jack.
If I don't have problems, okay? There were 5 of us principals who went to conventions together. And one night we were in Atlanta, Georgia. Might have had something to do with the cocktail hour. But I said, aren't we a bunch of peaches? And, you know, we've been peaches for 5 years, good friends, but we've lost the best of the crop.
With you?
Olympic shot putter Greg Merrill steps to the circle. Assumes his position. A release. Second attempt for Greg. The Steinhardt Park Lodge looking very much the same as always. The pool, however, being a new one, not yet in use, even though it feels plenty warm enough today for the pool. The bathhouse looking very much like its old self, unchanged over the years. The old playground is still in the same area, though most of the equipment has been changed over the years. One thing, however, is still pretty much the same. Doesn't look exactly the same, but it's still in the same place. The old merry-go-round, still tilted. The Steinhardt Lagoon looking very much the same, other than having a nice fountain out in the middle. The ball field, it's always been there in the background, but the rest of the field is also taken up with ball fields as well, where we used to watch the fireworks. The old footbridge, still intact, not looking like it's ready to bear too much of a load, but it is still there. The Lead Conference Center is situated just west of Steinhardt on what was that dirt road going out into the country. It turns into dirt just a little west of the conference center. This sits south of Arthur Lodge, and you can see it very well from there. They have rooms where you can stay for the night, as well as a very sumptuous restaurant. Deb and I have eaten in there before, just for a day out. and it's very nicely decorated inside. Just across the road sits the Wildwood property and the park there. The back porch of the old house is decorated just a little differently than before, but looks in other respects the same. Looks like the current owners could use a little bit of touch-up of paint on the back. The tree next to the porch has gotten pretty big over the years. Where the apple tree used to stand now is a small house. Looks like a prefab job of some kind. That looks very odd sitting there in what used to be the side yard where we played croquet and other things. The barn is still standing. Looks like it's in pretty good shape for its age and being used for storage. The Stevers house, of course, looking as good as ever just to the south. From the front, it appears the house is aging gracefully. The tree in the corner has grown quite a bit, of course. And now 2nd Avenue is just a leisurely little brick street where the semis used to keep us up in the night. We'll zoom in for just a little closer look there, and we can see it looks comfortable, well maintained. And there's the house in the side yard just beyond. The maple tree in the backyard doesn't look like it's been used for any swings anytime soon, but it's still standing in spite of the storm a couple of years ago. Doesn't look like it's been hurt too much. Current owners have put a bird bath. Doesn't look like the original, but they still have one there. At least the birds still have the ability to come to this yard and find some refreshment in the hot weather. The new owners have put up a little fence, part privacy, part for decoration there on the side of the house. But from this view, the front looks very much unchanged. And then there's the little house that's been put up on the side, not too far away from Mrs. Simpson's old place. Kind of snugged it in there to use that property. Now, just picture yourself driving down Central Avenue, coming up on 13th Street. Buildings haven't changed much, have they? Just new businesses. In some cases, signs alerting you to the fact that it wasn't always what it appears to be now. The grocery store on the corner of 16th or 11th and Central now houses a dentist's office, as well as the Masonic Temple still being there. On the opposite corner of the courthouse, of course, unmoved, as many old buildings still are here. And we're pulling away. I am looking at the street, just holding the camera up there, in case anyone's worried. Central Avenue still very busy, full of shops. Even some old familiar signs still in evidence. However, the old store where if they didn't have it, you didn't need it, no, that's an empty lot. We'll zoom down for a distant look down the street. The old post office building now tells us that it's Farmers Bank. While meanwhile, across the street, the News Press building houses a Pendleton outlet, as well as some other small shops, but the News Press is still up there on the upper level. Bronner's Furniture Store still has the sign up, but there's nobody home. The building is for sale. Other things on 6th Street, however, still standing. The old roller skating rink building, however, is not one of the things still standing. Now, the only thing standing is cars on the parking lot there. Sitting at Central and 7th Street, and just panning up the street to take in a view of things. The old Hesteds, like other buildings, still there, but very little left that has the original name. The place where we got some sandwiches once, on the corner, still says that they offer Meadow Gold there, but you're probably not going to get anybody to sell it to you. The Monkey Ward story, meanwhile, has slipped into an apparent funk of sorts. Some people we know apparently have taken advantage of the empty opportunity here in the old Monkey Ward store to set up shop. Some things, even with all the changes, however, are still the same. St. Mary's Episcopal Church is still proclaiming itself the oldest Episcopal church in Nebraska. And next to it, the GAR Hall, still there, as is the courthouse and the old library building, still being used as a library. This quiet place at Arbor Lodge, unchanged after so many years, even after those names were put inside the statue, which we were so often reminded of. And the Whispering Bench still works. Rather low-tech in its technology, but very effective nonetheless. And Jay Sterling still stands watch over his domain. Coming up toward the house at Arbor Lodge, they have routed everyone around now, and we cannot drive up the old brick carriageway toward the house, but it still stands as a nice walk path. The old fish pond is still a pond of sorts, but now it's not a nice little fountain complete with, well, not babbling brook, but babbling spray anyway, not to mention babbling narration. And the house doesn't have too many visitors walking around on the grounds. The carriage house in the distance still has the replica vehicles of in the past. And coming around to view the meadow, still a beautiful place to come and walk, and a very famous old tree named after the old tree swinger Tarzan himself. Still there, still very climbable as well. Although it takes a little more doing to get up into the branches now than it used to when they came all the way down to the grass. From this spot next to the house, we can pan around and see the carriage house, which still holds its ancient treasures inside. Across the path, still the trees that Grandpa planted. You'd think by now they'd be a lot taller. Maybe they only get so big, but they're still in very good health. Wanted to stop by Kimmel's on the way out, just for good old cider, but it seems they're sending us mixed signals.
Okay, Dad, we're here at Mary Our Queen. Dad, this is Marge Kramer. She's the administrative assistant for the school.
Hi, Mr. Hayes. I just want to thank you very much again for the beautiful furniture here. Everybody that comes in the school comments on it this summer. It is truly a wonderful addition for our lobby and in memory of your wife, Marilyn. We want to thank you again very much and hope you can stop by sometime and see us. And thanks from the staff and students as well here at Mary Our Queen.
Okay. So here it is. There's kind of two little sections here set up, and then the coffee tables, and then the
separate chair too. Here we can move.
Oh, they're separate chairs so they can kind of
around like this if we wish. You know.
How is this room used? What is the purpose of?
Parents that are waiting for, or someone's waiting to see the principal.
Or not the naughty children.
Not
or
the naughty children, somebody. Once in a while.
Once in a while. Well, that's okay too.
That's why we try to keep a couple desks out here, and we're going to. We have a little money left, and we're going to buy a couple small desks to kind of match the furniture.
Oh, good.
So when we have a student that needs a special test or a or detention, they can sit out here, and we can keep an eye on them. And but it generally gets a lot of traffic. Sometimes parish people will use it as a meeting room too.
Oh, good. Okay, and then here, I noticed there's the plaque over here. So Mom's name is right there. So that's very nice, and they got the spelling right on the name and everything. Here we are, Dad, in my office at Bergen. This is the waiting room. Typical, everything's pretty typical here. The waiting room. You see all those chairs lined up, but basically, because we're a small specialty clinic, which is one doctor here at a time, I basically have only one patient here at a time, sometimes two. But usually our appointments last from a half an hour to an hour, so I don't have a lot of people waiting to get in. They come on the half hour, or sometimes even just on the hour. So it's pretty quiet over here. This is the waiting room. Then here's the receptionist desk. And I think you know I'm the receptionist, as well as the nurse, as well as everything. This is the room, the way to come back in here. And here's my little station here. I sit here. Here's my phone. Coffee. Oh, I'm receiving a fax right now here, which is good. I keep all our charts in here. That's pretty well full with charts. And I keep my supplies here locked up. And Nebraska Spine Surgeons uses this the other days, and they actually lease this. We sublease from them. We have about 6 exam rooms here. So once again, I only use about 1 or 2 of them at a time. Pretty simple rooms. Here's a mock-up of the spine. We see a lot of patients with back pain. This is actually the upper spine. Here's the bottom of the skull, and the spinal cord. Whoops. The doctor can show patients why they may be having discs, which are right here, pressing on their nerves, causing pain. So they use that a lot. Dr. Lorenzo and Dr. Franco sit here. Unfortunately, they don't have an office. It's not very private for them. When we move in our new office over here, they will have private offices. And then back there is just a little break room. And some other exam rooms. So it's a very quiet, very peaceful office. It's a nice change for me after the hecticness of our other office, being the only nurse there for a while. Got a nice view here. It's not really a nice view, but I can look outdoors, at least see what the weather is. But for now, it's a great job. It'll get busier in the fall when we're full-time and when we have our other doctors, phasing through here. I'll have different doctors here every day of the week. It'll be busier then. But for right now, this is great.
Now, Dad, we've dropped in on a studio session with Gregory Harold, recent purchaser of an electric guitar, and with his earnings from the library. And here we are, dropping in casually on a practice session as he takes us through some of his riffs.
Hi, Grandpa. What's up? Whoa, that sounded good. Say it.
our dad at, not that you gentlemen care that much about this, but this is table already for Sis's birthday party. And I think Stacy's going to come as well. This is a picture that the kids gave us for our anniversary. You can see how nice it is. And then there's a nice Bible verse down there. And then there is the couple from 25 years, married. This is from Allison's wedding. There's a picture somebody took I'd never actually seen. Actually like this picture. Most people don't like pictures of themselves, and that one looks pretty nice. Here's Mr. Brady sleeping in his car seat. Just got here for his mom's birthday party. Sound asleep, not a care in the world. Oh, look who woke up.
Hi, Papa.
Kind of half asleep. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, back this way. Back away.
Okay. Okay, Mama. I'll go back.
You can go back tonight, Nat. It's okay. Yeah, those eyelids are pretty heavy.
He's just trying to take it all in.
His little bib there, Dad. Loves his daddy. Aw, there's the happy baby.
Hi, buddy. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Bubba. Yeah.
Just show Grandpa. Grandpa, these are what I fixed. They're called German pancakes, so you can see there. Look a little different, but they're very, very good. He's eating our German pancakes.
Allison, if it came less,
Larry, what'd you think of the German pancakes?
and then I'm thinking to live here.
I'd have them again anytime.
I know.
They were
It's a very
good.
good thing.
What do you have to say to Grandpa?
They're good.
What do I have to say, Grandpa? Hi,
You know
Grandpa.
your father-in-law?
Glad your cocktail parties went well. Getting to be the social man there of South Texas.
What do you say to Grandpa, Brady? Oh,
He doesn't have a whole lot to say right now since he's tired.
And since he doesn't talk.
and who's John?
Hello, Grandpa. How you doing?
John's tired.
Doing good.
John's tired.
Thanks. Good. Yeah, I'm good.
That's father-in-law.
And here's Greg.
I know. Hey. I know him. I know the man well.
And here's the birthday girl.
Hi, Grandpa. I'm the birthday.
24 years old now.
Do I look older?
Let's get in and see if you have any crow's feet here. Real close. No crow's feet.
Gray hair over here if you want to zoom in.
And here's Brad. And his wife alleges that he has a gray hair.
I do have one.
That's not too bad.
Take it out.
Pluck it immediately. For its spread.
Well, I'm in there, but I don't see it.
Right here. Let's go back to Brady. He's the real star.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Oh, Brady just got a joke told to him, evidently.
that's right. He got the punchline.
That was a joke I told him yesterday afternoon. He just got it.
Those babies, they're a little slow. You know? That is a heck of a color on that shirt. Look at that thing.
Okay, that's a big one. That must be from the holdover from the 70s.
After the retro look.
Yeah.
Half the shirt is the collar. Yeah.
It doubles as a bib. You turn it
You
around.
turn it back, around
It
backwards.
doubles as a hood.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because it starts to rain, just pull the collar.
There you go. You're good to go. Or a quick burst of wind.
Right, just flip the collar up and down.
Brady's a very happy baby as long as his mother is in close proximity.
Brady is a mama's boy.
Brady is a mama's boy.
Jolly boy. Jolly boy.
Oh, yeah.
Like that at work sometimes. Hey,
I do.
Yes.
I do.
He talks to his men like that.
You're a jolly boy.
he's talking to some big 300-pound flighter with a
Did you just get off the plane? Oh, did you have a good ride?
No alcohol in here, you jolly boy.
no crack needles for you.
No bad ones here.
Look at Brady sitting up like such a big boy. Well, Dad, here we are in Pella. You can see right there somebody you know. Please identify yourself, young man.
Hey, Grandpa, it's me.
Okay, well, just a second. I don't know if we'll be able to hear you over there. Just a second. Here, stop wiggling here. Here is Lynn and Benno's house in Pella. It's on a corner. There's your old car then. It's on a corner. And here it is. And there's Benno. And then there's houses that go down here. Kind of a quiet area down here. Street down that way. Some kind, I think Benno said a Catholic grade school over there, but he's not going to go to there. Wait a minute. Okay, now.
Hey, Grandpa. Well,
You gonna give?
house.
Are you gonna give Grandpa a tour of your house?
Yeah.
Okay, take us on the tour.
Come on.
Here we come.
Okay, well, here's the,
Well, you got to turn around when you're talking now.
here's the front porch.
Okay.
It's a little small, like a stoop, but
Yeah, and they're welcome, right?
yeah.
Okay, let's go in, Benno. Excuse the jerking here, Grandpa. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you go ahead. Tell them about this room here.
Hold on.
Okay. Benno's
All right.
Okay.
Well,
You can stand over there. Okay.
here's the living room. No, it doesn't look like much now, but
Oh, it looks nice. Lynn's got her furniture, and
yeah,
Yes.
when we're done with it, it'll be pretty good.
this, I'm going to show Grandpa, these curtains are kind of pretty. She says they're, quote, Pella lace, and that they were in here. And I think they kind of look nice. There's one here. Kind of a small room, but very nice. We started putting their things away. And you can...
Ah!
Ah! There's Mr.
That was
Banner.
not cool.
Okay, and then here we are in the living room from the other view. And then the kitchen is in through here. She has a lot of plans for fixing this up. Here's here's the dining room set here. And then the refrigerator. She's going to get a new stove this week and a new dishwasher.
Right now it may not look like much, but and we can get into that's with the living room.
Yeah.
Done with it, it'll be really something.
It'll be nice, yeah. So the kitchen's right in the front of the house. Okay, go ahead. Show Grandpa the newspaper.
And then you put them together and you got clamps to, you just need a longer hose.
So if I give you a
Just show him the headline, Benna.
Yeah.
What does it say, Brad? On Cheney. What does that mean?
right now, of course. I know. Well, here's Mom's room.
And she's got her very king-size bed in there. And again, the lace curtains and a fan. All her furniture. Yeah, her closet over here.
At the end, it's probably just going to look as it is right now.
Okay, then here's Benno's bedroom. Wait a second. Let me get this fixed up so I can... Okay. Do you sleep on the bunk bed, Benno?
Yep.
Do you sleep on top or bottom?
Well, we need to get the top part fixed.
But where do you sleep?
I sleep on the bottom.
Oh, okay. And then this is just a little temporary bed. You're not going to keep that in here, are you?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
How come you're going to have 3 beds?
Because it's summer, and I don't have to be under here where it's good.
Where it's hot?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's got his stuff here. They're getting ready.
Got my TV.
You've got a huge TV. How come?
Because I'm a huge kid.
Massive. Okay, and then there's his closet, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Here we are, Dad, at Pella. And here's the world-famous windmill, which you've probably seen before. We're in a real cute little square here, town square, literally a town square. There's a band area over there. And we ate lunch at Old Town Eatery right here. Had some Dutch tomato soup. And here is your son-in-law.
Greetings
And
from
here
Pella.
is your daughter.
This isn't mine. This is Benno's taffy.
And here again is Mr. Benno.
Hello.
So, Lynn, you think this is going to be a nice town for you?
We already think it's a nice town, don't we, Benno?
Tell Dad what you're telling us about what happens in the square on Thursday night.
Oh, on Thursday nights during the summer, there is some kind of a scheduled activity every Thursday night for the whole town. And so sometimes they have a great big gospel sing, and sometimes they have just a family night where there are games and things to have for the kids and families to do. And sometimes they have concerts, and sometimes they have farmers markets. But there's something every Thursday night for the whole family to go to.
Are you coming up this Thursday night just to see what's going on? Do you think?
I probably will. I think I will.
know.
Especially if Benno is with me, then I definitely
Oh,
will.
that's true. He might be. Yeah.
He might not be back.
Okay.
So, but,
Okay.
yeah, so I think we're going to love it here. It's a really great little town.
Well, we'll
We
continue.
need people to come and visit us.
Yes, including your father, right?
That's right. Exactly.
Okay. And May 12th is the Tulip Festival.
Yep, May
right?
12th of next year is the Tulip Festival. So that's a good time to come.
Well, actually, I'm hoping Dad will come because Greg's graduating from high school about that time.
Cool.
And we talked about him coming up, and then he talked about maybe going to Milwaukee from here.
Oh, my
So
God.
you tell Dad he needs to come in May next year.
Yeah, May's a good time. It's the absolutely perfect time to be coming. So,
To Pella, yes.
To Pella
All righty.
and to Omaha.
Okay, Dad, we'll go on with our tour now and show you some more things.
Well, Dad, here's some more shots of the city square. There's a very interesting looking statue or sculpture, I'm not sure which you would call it, there in the center of the square, representing the cosmos and the direction, sort of like a combination gyroscope and compass. And you see your daughters over there doing a little filming, a little photographing here. Just panning around now to show you some of the sights in the square. Of course, they're very, very big on flowers here in Pella, as they are especially during the Tulip Festival in May. It's just a very picturesque town square, just like so many in older towns, but it's very well preserved, you know, with statues to the Grand Army of the Republic and various other things. The very well preserved buildings around the square, they're all freshly painted, and some of them bearing the marks of Dutch architecture, like the Old Town Eatery and places like that. There's lots of bakeries, and there's places all along the square here where they make meat. There's a little closer view of this object in the center. We find out this is actually a sundial. That arrow there is pointed, it says, toward the North Star, and then it makes a shadow on the ring that goes around that gives exact solar time, and supposedly that's what it is, whatever that would be, between 2:15 and 2:30, exact solar time, even though watch time would only be about 2:30 or 2:35 at this time by normal time. So that's apparently said to be very accurate, and there they go. Wave goodbye, everyone. There they go, walking off through the city square.
Okay, Dad, we are now approaching, what's it called, Lynn?
The Weller Center.
The Weller Center.
This is where my office is on the second floor.
Second floor, Lynn's office is in that building. Facing which direction?
Facing
The flag? Okay. Oh, facing that way. Okay. Proceed, Mr. Harrell. Okay. So that, how on? That is the building. So what? Oh, and the classrooms where Lynn will be teaching. And then her office is over in this section, apparently.
And my office is right up there, but there's little windows. See, there's my office window.
Yay! The third one in, okay.
And
What are these, dorms?
Yep, these are all dorms. They all have apartment-style dorms.
Yeah, UNO built some of those.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
How many kids go to school here?
About 1,500.
1,500, and is it it's not a university?
No, it's a college where you're just
College
undergraduate.
of business?
No, it's a college of everything.
Liberal arts, yeah.
But these are all just old, instructional buildings, and then down here at the end, right in front, you're going to come just to the east is the sort of cafeteria / restaurant.
Oh,
And there's a student center too that was built by Maytag.
Maytag
So yeah,
built the student center down here. You think her voice is picking up by there? Yes. Talk real loud, Lynn. So.
Well, here, look at this. People playing soccer.
There's guys with their shirts off. Here's the cool guys without their shirts on.
Get the sign, Deb.
Okay, just a second. Stop there.
Stop.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. And besides, I want to say something. 1,500 students go here, but at any given time, about a third of those are off campus studying abroad. Because studying abroad is the hallmark of the college. And so everybody studies abroad almost before they go.
These young men are studying history.
Dad, I hope you heard Lynn say one of the hallmarks of the college is most of the students here spend part of their study time abroad. So at any particular time, there'll be about a third of the students gone studying in Europe somewhere.
In Wales, you know.
How about Holland?
Yeah, they do, I think.
What's this building?
This is the cafeteria.
The cafeteria, okay. It looks
Nice
very...
little cafeteria.
There's no... Wait a minute, Larry. Slow down. There's another sign. Central College.
Yeah.
Okay. And Benno says Lynn has to stay here forever now because we found a candy store. So,
now, Dad.
oh, that's beautiful. Okay, slow down, Larry. Dad, do you see this little pond? Can you back up at all, honey? There's a very attractive campus. And here's a little pond. And then the bridge.
That's right.
What the kids... I bet once in a while there's a wedding ceremony up there.
Oh, there's a chapel here that is very popular for the weddings.
For weddings and...
right up there a little bit. And apparently people get thrown into this little pond.
As some initiation or
I'm hoping
just hijinks.
Yeah.
Better not be by you, Benno.
Yeah, Benno will be grounded forever.
For life. Here's a nice cement truck guy. Hi, guy.
Very flat. And so I'm going to walk to school or ride my bike.
Well, that's such a great idea. You'll get a lot of good cardiac.
Wonderful. Larry, let's go out by the lake here.
The rich people live. Here's the golf course. Here's where Lynn and Ben will be moving in. Dad, here we're going out of town here, going to a lake. Yeah. Outside of Lake Red Rock. But it's, I don't know if it shows up how pretty it is in here. This is right outside of Pella, and it's just very treed, kind of hilly, some winding roads along here. On the way, what's the lake called?
Lake Red Rock. It's the largest man-made lake in Iowa.
Lake Red Rock, the largest man-made lake in Iowa. And that's where we're headed. Big, huge dam.
This is the right place. You go to the south end and turn right.
Okay, we'll be there in a minute. Okay, here's the lake. We're driving over the dam now. And so here is this lake, and it is very big.
It's huge. Going on and on and on.
It's really, you just don't expect it right here in the middle of Iowa. Yeah, in the middle of farm country. Get way over there, there's a bridge. I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, there it is. What hill, sorry?
I just said that the hills.
Yeah. Very, very big, very pretty.
When we came over to unload things at my office, then our friend Don came, and we went down to the water, and they tried to teach me to skip rocks.
Oh, okay. Tried to.
Not successfully, however.
There is an art form.
Yeah, well, I don't have it.
Peterbilt.
But this poor guy.
Just about 3 or 4 blocks from Benno's house, and here's a nice little girl and her mother, and a nice little guy, and it's really a gigantic pool when you look at it, and
Doesn't look like they're going to be synchronization.
so this is where maybe Benno will go swimming.
That's right. And then there's an indoor pool as well, also built by Vermeer Corporation and given to the city. And so you can go swimming in the indoor pool all summer long.
All winter long?
I mean, all winter long,
That's
yeah, which
nice.
is cool. That's wonderful.
Okay, here we are at Benno's school. What's the name of it, Benno?
Jeff
Jefferson.
Jefferson Elementary. And if you look to the left, there's the school I'm going to.
Then, okay, so he's saying here's Jefferson Elementary, and then as you pan over here, there's the middle school. Where you go for 6th and 7th and 8th. And then the high school's up the hill, so really the schools are all right here.
Hey, Debbie, if you look down here on the grass to the right.
I'll tell you when. Okay, where are we now, Benno?
We're at Caldwell Park. Now, look in the camera. Time to have a blast.
Okay, go have a blast. We'll videotape you having a blast.
Just don't get electrocuted right there.
Having a blast.
Yeah. Here's Benno gonna go have a blast. Are you having a blast yet?
Ooh, that sand looks good. I'm walking in there with my bare feet.
Oh, that's probably hot though. Well, it's not too hot.
Let's see. Check it out.
Go ahead. Lynn's gonna walk barefoot in the sand.
Feels good. Yeah, that's okay.
Oh well, you'll have to take a bath. There's a little fishing pond that's right over here. We're just a few blocks from their house. So you can see it's a very pleasant community, real clean. There's the swimming pool again. Very nice. What's this strange animal here? Oh, that's my husband. Here's Benno having a blast.
I've never seen this design before.
Honey, can you take a picture right here?
I know, but I haven't either. Hello.
Cool.
Well, you might not want to get on there. I'm going to jump down. Well, if you jump on me, then you'll be sorry.
Oh, though, the size of those steps, that'd be quite a challenge to climb up there.
Yes, I think so. Honey, now you be careful. That's a long way down. I don't think you should be doing that.
Okay, Benno.
Uh-oh.
Benno told me earlier he wasn't going to be in any movies. I wasn't going to be.
Like, this is the thing he likes best.
Yes. Benno told me earlier he wasn't going to be in any movies, so I guess he's changed his mind.
He's lost his inhibition. Oh, I haven't.
You still have them?
Yes.
What are they?
I don't know.
You just know you still have it, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you spell inhibition? That's what I want to know. Inhibition?
Inhibition.
I don't even know what you're saying. Well, there you go.
But you said you still have it. You said you haven't lost it.
I think. It's like wit.
Oh, no.
No, it's not wit. It's
You still have your
fears.
wit
It means certain kinds of fears.
and shyness.
That's right. Things that make you stop doing what you would otherwise do. Woo! Donna, what are you going to fix me for dinner tonight?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Shoot, I thought it was going to be your time. That's why you came down, right?
No.
The cooking bottle washer?
No.
Benno, did you tell Grandpa what grade you're going to be in? Going into what? Fifth grade.
Straight up the street.
Where's the motel?
Right directly in front of you.
Oh, and then.
That's what, and they have a little shop. See those shop windows down there? They sell everything imaginable that is Dutch.
Oh, all the Dutch stuff.
You name it, they have it.
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa. Sunday morning here at Heartland at our church, and I'm going to be singing a song this morning called Dear Francis, and the service this morning is about marriage and how to stay together and how to make it work and all that, so that's what the song's about.
We have
Hi, Dad. We're out here at Beaver Lake. This is Jen's property, and my back is to the lake right now. You can see there's our cars up there. This is her property. It's all nicely grassed. And there's a shed there that she is throwing things out of. And there's Kirby, and there's Jen throwing her stuff out. Some deal we're going to try that you sit on there and you pull it along. Then as you pan around and look towards the lake, they have a beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. And there's Evan, there's a Sandy and Colin, and then there's a friend of theirs here. But there's Evan and Colin down there fishing. They've got a beautiful sand pit there. And then you look across there in a little cove. And she says the clubhouse is up this way somewhere. Here is an expert fisherman. You want to say anything to Grandpa? Huh? Oh, are you catching something?
Bit off.
Colin's fishing here. Do you do very much fishing, Colin?
Yeah.
Hey, look over here.
When we're here, yeah.
When you're here, have you caught anything yet?
Some catfish.
Wait a minute, Grandpa can't hear you here. Come here.
Some catfish.
Did you do anything with it? I mean, did you eat them or anything?
Let it go.
Okay. And here's Evan fishing, Grandpa. Say hi to Grandpa, Ev.
He just hooked himself.
Uh-oh. He hooked himself, huh?
There was a fish on my line. What do you expect?
One, I was reeling mine in, and he took the whole worm off my line.
So how'd you get started fishing? Just being down here? Or had you fished before you were down here?
We fished before.
Here's the jet ski. That is a huge thing. And this also is another one of the jet skis. And here's Miss Jan at her place.
At our wonderful place.
And here's Kirby.
Yeah, we thought we'd have our ramp for Kirby because he can't get in.
Oh.
Because it's too deep. We
Does
can't
he?
get him out.
Oh.
So Masoko is going to build him a ramp.
Uh-huh.
And he
So he can swim?
Eyes out here, but he hasn't got it done yet.
Dad, here's Colin right there, and his friend Jim getting on this yellow jet ski, so you'll see them drive away. Water tower. I don't know if that gives you any landmark, but that can't hold us still for some reason. But anyway, Colin's trying to get it revved up there. His mom's helping him. And there they go. Jim says Colin doesn't like to wave and talk into a video camera. He's just so self-conscious about it. There he goes. Kind of slowly compared to some drivers. Dad, Jen's gonna and Evan are gonna go out on the bigger jet ski, and they're gonna pull this little water toy thing they have with John on the back, who's right there. So that's what they're gonna do now. Getting ready to go here. Quite an operation, getting everything going. Evan's gonna ride backwards to keep an eye on John, and then if and when he falls in, he holds up the skier flag. Of course, today's Tuesday afternoon, there's hardly anybody on the lake. In fact, I haven't seen anyone so far. There goes Jan and Ness, and then you'll see John go by here. Bye, John! They have to go real slow in the cove here. and then they pick up speed. They can't pick up speed till they get out to the lake. Here's the scene. You got Colin there on that yellow thing. And his friend Jim there, who's moving to Kansas City, and then Greg's there on the blue thing. And there's just, Jen has this real nice deck here, as you can see. And so you can just dive off. Real pleasant place here. And here they come back. Jen's really cut the engine and slowed it down because she's in the cove again. And you have to really creep along in the cove. Here come the returning heroes. If I could hold this still. Kind of a cute little device. She said she got it on sale for about, well, it's about $100 on sale. It's supposed to be $200. Big inflatable, real heavy duty thing. One large person, or one adult, I should say, or two small kids could ride on it at a time. And where's Jen? Miss Jen. And Evan on back. Here goes Jen, Colin, and Greg.
Have fun, Greg.
He's going to be...
Greg, put your feet in the back holes. And try standing up.
Oh, well. When you're going faster.
Hey, this is faster, this is slower.
Here they go, the slowpokes. Greg's doing a few monkey signs there. Hamming it up for the camera. There's Evan, having gotten back, having his lunch. Here's Greg and Jen and Colin.
What?
Coming back now. They had sped way up, and we saw them going by.
Maybe Greg didn't spill. He might not have gone as fast as I went, though. I told him to go a lot faster, you know. I made Jen pick up the speed.
And here they come. And now, Dad, the boys are fishing, and Evan caught something. He's going to bring it over and show you. So that's fine, Evan. Stay there. He caught that fish. How big do you suppose it is, Evan?
Not even close to a pound.
Not even close to a pound, Ethan. But is that the first fish you've caught?
Today.
Today? Oh.
Well, we've caught a ton of fish.
So see, Grandpa? There you go. And here's the other young man trying their luck at it. Well, here is Grandpa, here is Brady. Oh, it's doggone it. Okay, here's Brady. Saying hi to Grandpa. Say, Grandpa. See how big he is? It's getting real close here.
Hi, Grandpa.
Oh, look at how grown up Brady looks, Grandpa. He's got a big outfit on.
Huge.
He is a big one.
Holding his head up real good, see, Grandpa? Not even supporting his head at all.
There's Brady. He is. He does really
Early on that, isn't he?
Of course, he's very advanced, baby.
We put him on his tummy every day for a little bit so he can exercise his neck muscle. That's what the book says to do.
Does it?
If he can lift it up a little bit. I'll show you later on.
He's a child.
Oh.
He's talking.
Cool kid. He has his outfit. Here, just move his little. Let's see if I can zero in where it says cool kid. There. See? He's cool kid.
He's a cool kid.
It's a cute little outfit that he's almost already outgrown. Uh-oh. Hey, Brad, tell Grandpa about your golf experience this morning.
Well, we went about 6:30 in the morning. It was about 20 degrees out. Freezing.
And the wind was active?
That was about 30 miles an hour.
Who'd you golf with, Doug?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have winter coats on?
No.
You didn't go.
Windbreaker coats and pants.
Okay.
But it was cold.
That's where you separate the golfers from the guys who just like
Yeah,
to
the
hit the
people
ball
we were
around.
golfing with took off after me.
Yeah,
and they could
real
hit.
your coach did not break the wind. Well, I
You
guess
went 18 holes?
Mhm.
Wow. What was your score?
80.
Okay. And what was Doug?
89, I think.
Ah, there you go.
Victory.
I've been thinking about it.
Here's John,
Hi.
having finished his first week of lawn service.
Yep.
Oh, you will. And here's Greg, having starred in Ripley Rocafort last night and again tonight, which I'm going to take.
That's right. Mm-hmm. We got photos right over there. They're really good.
I'm putting the photos.
Looked at them already.
And here's Allison, the new mother, celebrating her first. Oh, God. Oh, that was that kind. I thought it was a bird.
No, that was
Not a bird.
no, that was not a bird.
Okay, I'm gonna go around here.
Other end. That's the bird
He's in between diaper sizes now, so he's got a real big diaper on.
Here's Brady. Oh, no, he feels better. Brady likes to sit up like that now and look around.
And I also kind of
Smush it around a little.
support his tummy a little bit.
Hi, Brady. You gonna look at Grandpa?
That was huge.
There he is. We're having a nice Mother's Day brunch. There's a couple tired out men. There's one that's getting ready to go to work here in a few minutes. Here's one that's all done in from a good lunch he had a little bit ago. The cool kid. They're pretty tired. Come, Casey, panting as usual. Sit down, Casey. And there's Sammy, dog, sitting around.
There'll be some time while we're here.
Oh. Okay. Hi, Elena. Hi. What's your name? Can you say your full name?
Elena Catherine Hager.
Catherine. Oh, I forgot about that.
And where do you live?
Linwood.
Wait a minute. Where do you live?
Linwood, Washington, right?
Canyon Park, right?
We have this prescription.
You have this prescription? No, there's consistent, Brad. Here is Brad at Chuck E. Cheese. Are you excited about the show?
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Okay.
Billy Bob's my favorite.
When the show comes on, I'm going to be filming you.
All right.
And here's Allison. Are you excited about the show?
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Bated?
Yes, bated. And braided.
Fake breath?
Bad breath.
Wait a second. Okay, here's Sherry.
And I'm also waiting with bated breath, yes.
For the show?
And there's baby Brady. Oh, there's Chucky's waiting.
Yes, oh, okay.
Look, Brady. Who's that?
Quick, you want to go see him?
You go see him?
Oh, your camera's good. There we go. Okay.
Well. Thank you.
Silly mouse. Silly mouse.
Oh.
Five, all right.
Hey, Chucky. Oh, cool. You're cool. Bye-bye.
Look at Grandma.
Beefy. There's Beefy.
There's a lot to look at here.
Oh, look at you.
And the truck brakes.
There we go.
I got it back further up. There we go. Oh, now he wants it.
Okay, now you can probably put him down, Dad. Okay, now.
Oh, he tried to pull me. Kevin's liking the Chuck E. Cheese wrap. Chuck E. Cheese show.
Close enough.
Set it straight.
Taking a break as usual.
Bye-bye.
They're union guys. They take a lot of breaks.
Right.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. Clap. Say bye-bye.
Clappy, clappy.
Happy clapping. Frank?
Second. Okay. Here's the girls playing in the ball. Okay, start playing. That's Sam. Sam is 5, but she has a little trouble talking. She couldn't say her name very well. She had to ask her dad how to say her name. These are the balls. Here, let me show you the sign. Just so you know we're being illegal here. Children 2 years and under. And there's the evidence right there. Here's her dad here. And it said, let's pick up these balls. She's helping to clean the environment. Oh, she's going to return them. This is KETV reporting live. Do you want to put them back in the one over there? Look, you can return them there. There's a child doing her part. There's a child doing her part in cleaning the environment. Very PC for a child from the Northwest. Nebraska children wouldn't think of that. They'd be the ones doing the littering. working very hard, returning balls, restoring order. Oh my goodness, this is the fastest I've seen Elena move before. Looks like she's participating in a game show. How many balls can she pick up in how many seconds? Now she's taught her friend to clean up. Okay, Sam is cleaning up now. The girl wanted to take a rest, but her taskmaster here will not let her. She says, come on, we got to get these in. So there's no rest for the girls until every bit of the work is done, and done right. Here comes the dad to supervise. Woo! Woo! It's almost dizzying. The environmentalist work is never done. There's always more cleanup.
How did she get way up there? What are you doing?
Oh, wait a minute. There's a change of plans here. We're not deposited there. Oh, here they go over here.
I can go get her.
my thinking fun. Nice. Here, look. It's, you know me. Travel's my game, deadly's my aim. Reach! Just kidding. But Jenny, this is Virginia City. A man has to protect himself.
Don't forget last month.
What about that?
You shot yourself in the foot?
An accident. I was barefoot. Saw something wiggling and I mistook my big toe for the rabbit. I was unlucky that day. Today, I got a feeling I'm going to be very lucky.
Be careful, Rick Wilford knows what to do about words.
He always wins the forever, that's for sure. Why, if I didn't know any better, I would expect to cheat.
Rick Wilford is a man. He never cheated me. While anyone was looking.
Now, whether he cheats or whether he don't, this time he ain't winning my pouch. What are you standing there for? Hop to it. I know. You're going to be a contestant again? I admire your courage. I hear tell when you sing there's always something wrong with the teeth that would lie. They're facing the cage. Wouldn't you rather have a voice of a woman? I figured it would be. Up to it. You know, Judy, that gal's full of sass. If I were you, I'd get rid of her. Then why keep her on? You ain't fooling me. Where the heart's concerned, you're plumb silly. You got eyes for Rick Wilford. Children first. Walk, don't run. Son of a fire siren. You know, when she sings, it's no wonder people clap their hands. Over their ears. Over 21, she's great. Stage goes stand! It's late. What's wrong with her? Pay her no mind for that. She got bit by the love bug and she bit back. Matter of fact, you better tell her again. I don't think she heard it the first time. Stage goes stand! Come, Jenny. Let's go check out the stagecoach. Maybe you're getting some new orders. I'm expecting a book of stamps. What for? You can't even read. Stage goes stand! You know, you got a one-track mind. They ought to tell you. Shoot you. Get around here today.
domain got to do with salt?
Watch. First, I then weigh the stardust with the weight of the salt. Okay. Thus, the weight of the pooch will be exactly as it was before. Travel down will be another one.
You're right. Look,
But the clever one, you have to give me that.
sometimes I'm ashamed to be your wife.
What? Imbecile! How many times have I told you? No one must know we're married! What? I can't hear what you're saying. You're coming out all mumbled. Brittany,
You loved me once.
you had money once.
I feel so degraded, so abused, so humiliated. I have this low self-esteem.
On the bright side, you've got a job.
Why can't I tell people I'm Mrs. Rick Canterbury?
Roosevelt! Roosevelt Hammerbush is a soft cheese! Whatever I am not soft.
Why do you keep me a secret?
Well, my darling, for one reason, I'm a man of exceptional good taste. I don't like to be reminded that I goofed. All I have to do is wink at Jenny Fletterford and she forgets to ask for my room rent. You think she'd be so generous if I were a married man? So you see, my darling, silence is golden. Keep your mouth shut.
I'm up and scrub for you. At dinner time, I always give you 2 desserts.
No one ever said comatose was bright.
You're so insensitive.
Nonsense! I never hit a woman while she was sleeping.
You forgot what day this is?
Of course not. It's Tuesday.
That's not what I meant. Oh, Red, I don't ask for much.
You won't be disappointed.
I'll accept crumbs. 1 crumb anyway, you.
Ah!
I can't take anymore. I've had enough. Enough, I say, enough, enough, enough.
Enough! I'll give you enough. How's it for enough? Had enough. That boy.
On the outside, Ruth on the inside, just like any other man.
Surprising turn of events.
So sad.
Professor McHale, you, here, Richard City.
That poor woman. You never did know how to treat a lady.
That was no lady. That was my wife. Don't blame me, I didn't write this stuff. Now, why are you here?
I'm an artist now. I don't fool with the tiles anymore. All that is behind me. I'm a friend of McGuire's on the house. I yodel.
Bruce, you. She's good. If you yodel about my past, you'll regret it.
You just frighten me. No doubt the police are still looking for you. No doubt there's reward money.
Take care, take care.
My lips are sealed. Providing.
Providing what?
Make it work. My wife.
I thought this was all behind you.
I was speaking of trouble.
I see. you say?
With the rest of my luggage sent on to the upper house. Please? As soon as you've seen to my room, go to the upper house and put out the things. Please?
Name Pickles? I put you in this tiny room. There's a dragon painted on the windowsill.
I see you spare no expense in making your guests comfortable.
I think I can. This way.
I'll be along in a moment, Miss Flippearl. I should like a word or two with this gentleman first.
Mother, name Pickles? A dragon on the windowsill? Now that's the top.
I did hear correctly, did I not, sir?
Since I don't know what you heard, how can I answer that?
You have a logical mind. I appreciate logical mind. My card.
There's nothing printed on this card. Why you print it on the back? Judge Flash, all men are single. Also, Arizona real estate deals and repossessed buckboards.
You are Ripley Roseberg.
Cut the Ripley in half and you get Rick. Everybody calls me Rick.
Well, Rip, I have some good news and I have some bad. Do you recall your Uncle Jack, sir?
Yes, very well, actually. It's the old coochie. I haven't even seen him since I was about this high. Naked. This high.
He's dead.
What's the bad news?
He's left you his entire fortune. Quite a bundle.
What's this you say? You mean I'm rich?
I mean, you could be.
Lay it down, big judge.
I'll be as brief as possible. That's a joke among us lawyer types. Well, yes, so brief, as you understand, is a concise statement concerning the main points of the law case. It also means a short passage of time. Brief as possible. Brief as in law case.
When do I get the money? How much?
I'm afraid there's a hitch.
I figured that would be.
It involves marriage.
You know about my marriage?
What? I know about it. I didn't know you did. Your uncle was of the opinion you were a wild and excessive man. He also believed in the calming influence of marriage.
He was a bachelor, wasn't he?
Until his dying breath. You are his only relative. If you marry the girl he approves of within a reasonable length of time, you inherit everything. If not, she inherits everything.
What? You mean she inherits? She gets the loot? Who is this girl, Judge? Where is she?
Please, you're cursing my lapels, Mr. Rockford.
Sorry, Judge. Overexcited.
Quite understandable. The young lady's name is Little Jane.
Little Jane? Is that one word or two?
Little Jane Thompson. She's accompanied by her aunt. The aunt, of course, acts as a chaperone.
Of course.
Must be the plan. I have to fly down with you.
I thought she was upstairs. You weren't eavesdropping, were you?
No, I was listening in.
Oh, that's different.
Stop. Let me get this straight. Either marry this gal within a reasonable length of time, or she inherits everything.
That is so.
Yeah, all very nice. Think this up yourself.
Oh, actually, I was visible, but not much here.
Okay.
How much is the reasonable amount of time?
24 hours maximum. Your uncle said you were a fast worker.
What if the girl doesn't like it?
You jest! No female can resist me.
Jane must know nothing of the will. As far as she's concerned, Uncle Jethro is just a kindly neighborhood kook.
What about the aunt?
The aunt knows about the will, but is sworn to secrecy. Little Jane thinks she's just on a holiday, seeking out specimens for her rock collection. Yes, she's into some heavy things. Hark, they approach. Not so fast.
You're right. The waiting fox.
Tending to business as always.
You are a credit to the book family.
That goes without saying.
But I've already said it.
You're acquainted with Miss Pickles?
From the same place, of course.
And this is Jasper's nephew, Frisky Cheddar.
Try.
How do you do, Mr. Fries Roseman? Great comment.
Yes, oh, no. Where is she? I didn't marry my future bride.
Because it was in here desire that you marry me, you must be me as an ally.
Well, then, after the marriage, you may come to dinner once a week. We supply food and bubbling beverage. You'll like liver and fish, it's out.
Bubbling, beverage, surely great. Little Jane cannot abide by a man who's just a great. But his rich shall never.
Want to bet?